guys, today we're going to be reacting to VaatiVidia's Lord of Frenzied Flame Prepare to Cry video. If you guys have been watching my Elden Ring playthrough, I just inherited the Frenzied Flame. That's the ending we're going for. And honestly, I think out of all the endings, it is probably one of my favorites, definitely. I think it's really neat, especially because it's a bit more of the secret ending. So today we're going to be discovering the lore and all the stuff that sort of hints towards it and all of the stuff surrounding it. And we're gonna see if we can learn some stuff today. I'm really excited. I love nerd yapping, so this will be great. Strap in, let's find out the lore of the Lord of Frenzied Flame, and also prepare to cry. I hope you guys have your tissues ready. I don't, so I might just start sobbing. Let's go, let's get it.
The lands between are ruined, mired in torment and despair. Is there really anything here worth fighting for? Is there anyone worth saving?
It's our wife! No, wait, no, she's the dead one. Irina!
There.
Oh no, never mind.
My name is Irina.
Oh.
I've escaped from Castle Morne, to the south. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty.
Oh.
As commander, the servants there have rebelled.
You know,
hatred for every one of us.
You know, I actually kind of forgot that this is the first part of the Frenzied Flame ending. I always go to the Castle Morne when I start a new playthrough because it's sort of, you know, an easy optional. It's completely optional, so you can definitely skip it. But I always end up going there because you get the Game of Thrones sword, which is really cool, and it's sort of just a nice, easy sort of dungeon to go get levels and get souls and do all that. I forget that that is literally the start of the Frenzied Flame ending. And you don't actually realize it when you do it. Typically, it's like, oh, this blind lady, you need to, you know, her father's in the castle, you need to go help him. And then you need to deliver her the letter. And then, you know, you do it, you help him, he's like sick, and then you take him back to his daughter, and she's dead, and then he goes crazy. And it's like, oh shit, man, that's so sad. But, you know, whatever, it's just a little NPC quest. But then you realize down the road that you end up, you know, fighting him, and that's the start of the quest. Oh my gosh, I realize it, but I keep forgetting every single time that I do Castle Morne that it's so connected, because it doesn't feel like it right off the bat, but it is.
Rebelled. Filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul.
Dedge.
I fear for Father's life.
Don't worry, we'll help him.
Escape.
He got a full Darth Maul build! Oh my gosh.
Slaves of Castle Morne are misbegotten. Their very existence is considered to be a punishment. But their only crime was being born outside of grace.
Because they're all crucible, because they're furries. They got the horns and the wings and the feathers and stuff.
So, it's no wonder that hatred has fermented in their hearts.
Yeah, they rebel. Okay, I didn't realize. I know that she mentions that the slaves rebelled. For some reason, my brain didn't click that the misbegotten were the slaves. I thought that there was a rebellion and then the misbegotten just kind of showed up to kill everyone. I didn't realize that they were actually the ones that were the servants. That makes so much more sense now.
To finally break free of their masters. The next step in a cycle to find it's no wonder that hatred has fermented outside of grace. So it's no wonder that hatred has fermented in their hearts, inspiring them to finally break free of their masters. The next step in a cycle of revenge that began at Castle Morne long ago.
Hello, Dad!
I see. From Irina. Thank you. I mean, you're dead.
Vaati having the prisoner mask is so funny to me. I don't know why. It's just it's the funniest looking starter outfit mask thing, and it's all these like these emotional cutscene, and I can't help but just look at the prisoner mask.
From Irina. Thank you. I mean, you're dead, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morne does not fall into the wrong hands.
I really do love that the Game of Thrones sword here, I say it's a Game of Thrones sword, it's called the Grafted Sword, but because George R.R. Martin wrote or helped play a part in the story of Elden Ring, I love that this is a little nod, a little Easter egg towards Game of Thrones with, you know, the throne being made of swords, and this is a sword of swords. I really love that detail. I think it's so cute.
The sword of Morne does not fall into the wrong hands.
Ages ago, a lone champion fought at Castle Morne. His entire clan had been vanquished, but he grafted their swords onto his own and continued to fight. So determined was he to claim his revenge. And so, this became the legendary sword of Castle Morne.
Huge!
It was claimed by the banished knights of Godric, stolen by a misbegotten, and then passed down to you. And with it, the cycle of revenge continues.
Halliburton to him. Man,
An eye
these...
for an eye.
Oh, an eye for an eye! Oh my god, that's so good. That is actually such a good line, and it works so well with this. I was gonna say, I love the cinematic shots that Vaati does for all of these. It's so sick. It feels like you're actually watching a movie. Which is probably why it's called an Elden Ring movie, Lord of Frenzied Flame.
An eye for an eye.
I love that so much.
I'm in your debt for keeping the sword from those fallen creatures.
Irina.
I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Irina, I will spend my remaining days with her.
Oh my god! They animated that. Oh my god! Oh! Oh god, Irina! Oh no! Oh, that was brutal, actually. Oh my god.
Irina, how could this be?
Oh no, it's actually so
My
sad.
daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me.
He just wanted her to get to safety, and he wanted to protect her. But then he couldn't do it. Ah!
I chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered.
He's got the eyes.
I'll find them. The foul wretches responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Irina, it will be done.
Yeah, he essentially vows to get revenge for Irina dying, and he ends up becoming afflicted with madness in the process. Oh, my heart.
You're a tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat.
Hello, Santa
Then
Merchant.
why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods. I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
I just realized I never did pay attention to Kale's dialogue, I think, except for my first playthrough. I didn't realize that him saying that the world was overcome by madness. Yeah, the land has been tainted by madness. I never realized that he was directly talking about madness as in the Frenzied Flame. I just thought he was like, oh yeah, everyone's kind of gone crazy because of the shattering and, you know, everything happening with America and the demigods and stuff. I didn't realize, I never clued in that he's directly talking about the Frenzied Flame, because this is so early on in the game that you hear this. Damn.
It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood takes you when you meet one, then offer them some trade, won't you? My people, wanderers all have long been spurned by the grace of gold, which is why we cannot settle, but instead are forced into this pitiful, unceasing journey. But thanks to that, things are not so different for us now. I think this makes us kindred spirits of sorts. Your people, the Tarnished, and mine. See that no harm comes to my kin. We have a saying, we wanderers. Lament not your solitude. Expect no sympathy, no regard, nothing. But if anyone dares harm us, show them no mercy. That is our code, so to speak.
Don't start the fight, but you damn well finish it.
Just the way we are, deeply unforgiving.
Deep within the eyes of the oldest merchants, a secret is hidden.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, if you actually hit the merchants, if you attack them, because you can attack them, they actually will fight back with you with the madness spells. So they don't want to attack first, but if you attack them and you aggro them, they fight back with madness, which is also another sort of insight into the merchant lore if you didn't pick up on it through any of the dialogue or if you didn't happen to discover anything else prior. If you hit them, they will aggro on you.
Deeply unforgiving indeed.
But I've done all I can here. I'm thinking of moving elsewhere for a time.
So far, we've spoken of misbegotten, banished knights, tarnished, and merchants. All were spurned by grace in one way or another. You can't go too far without wondering if the Golden Order is to blame for the oceans of anger and despair. When we last met Edgar, he swore revenge upon the misbegotten.
Yup. That is such a cool shot.
All must die, misbegotten or not.
Oh, everyone's just gonna die. He's just gonna kill everyone.
If you defeat Edgar, you will receive a Shabriri grape. It's our proof that his need for revenge no longer divides or distinguishes. Love, revenge, melt it all away in the yellow chaos flame.
That is such a cool, oh my god. I love this editing. Wow.
But there
Also, you end up, because you get his Shabriri grape. So initially, you go to Castle Morne, you help him, and then you kill him, take his eyeball, and feed it to your new wife. What a turn of events. Oh, how the turntables.
But there are those who fight against the tarnished who stalk their own. Yura, the hunter of bloody fingers, will often be at your side.
Yura, our boy. He stabbed him through the wiener!
Yura comes from the land of reeds, a place that has long been locked in a miserable civil war, and it's said that the entire nation has succumbed to a blood-soaked madness. It's not too surprising, then, that Yura fights against any blood-crazed tarnished.
I feel like that person that he's stabbing right now reminds me of, oh, what's her name? Is her name Eileen from Bloodborne? I feel like it looks relatively reminiscent. Unless I'm mixing up what her actual name is in Elden Ring. But she looks like the Hunter of Hunters from Bloodborne. My brain is blanking on her name. But I think she kind of looks like that.
Whether they serve the Lord of Blood or otherwise. But Yura's true mark is a Drake Knight named Eleonora, located at the Second Church of Marika, where she kills
That's my
Yura.
first time seeing his face. Wait.
Located at the Second Church of Marika.
Oh my god! I've never seen Yura's face before because normally you look at him like from above and I can't see through his stinky colander hat. Damn, Yura's face! It kind of looks like Gandalf, but like Gandalf if Gandalf had an emo face.
Knight named Eleonora, located at the Second Church of Marika, where she kills Yura in cold blood. Once, Eleonora had a legacy as a proud knight, but because of her dragon communion, it seems her humanity has slipped away. So, you put that legacy to rest.
She ate dragon hearts.
By now, it should be clear that madness takes many forms.
Hello? Is someone there?
Wife!
My name is Hyetta, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, Would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me?
Why does she look exactly like Irina? Wait, do they use the same model for her as they do for Irina?
Bound by duty. Once I...
Yeah, they look the exact same. I wonder, is this just a reuse of assets? Or did Irina get rebirthed as like Hyetta or something? Or does Hyetta take the form of Irina? I'm curious. We'll find out. We'll find out. I just noticed that, actually. I always thought they looked similar, but like my brain didn't directly... Because there's such a gap between when I normally see Irina to when I meet Hyetta. I didn't clue in on it like properly until now. Right back over here.
My name is
Yeah,
Hyetta,
we'll find out.
and I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me?
We'll find out.
She looks like
There's
Irina,
a reason. Oh,
but Irina is dead.
there we go.
Somehow, this Hyetta has taken over that body.
Wait, she just outright took over the body? It is actually the same body. Okay.
But for what purpose? She barely even knows herself.
I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden.
Oh, wait, I think that's why she looks like she has bloodstains at the bottom of her dress and stuff. I wonder... Interesting. We don't see any wounds on her, but we can definitely see the bloodstains.
You're not like the others who give me grapes, are you? They rest their trembling hands upon me. Howling wordlessly, they gently stroke my eyes. Their frail fingers, emaciated. Yet still, they give me the grapes. But you seem somehow firmer.
The grapes, yeah, chat. They're just regular grapes, you know? Just like, you know, you might not be able to get them at a grocery. They're normal grapes, you know? Just like chewy little balls, chewy little grapes. Just grapes.
Now I can feel the distant light once more. That aside, I wonder what Shabriri grapes really are.
I wonder.
Delectably tender and sweet, yet searing.
Spicy grapes.
What a sight they must be to behold.
Of course, the Shabriri grapes are eyes.
What? They're eyeballs? Man, that's crazy. What? Oh my god. Yum yum. I love myself some eyeballs. Okay, hey, can you please donate some Shabriri grapes to my possession, please? Please? I would sure love to taste them.
Yellow, shriveled, and oozing.
That's not possible. Not all of those people. Their own... So those noises I heard were...
Oh, I hate the vomit sounds. I hate the... I hate the sounds. Oh my god.
Shabriri, the most reviled man in all of history. It all began long ago with the crime of slander.
Anyone who calls me short, anyone who calls me puntable, anyone who calls me stinky, you will be tried for the crime of slander, and I will eat your eyeballs.
Shabriri came up with a lie, and it was so damaging, so heinous, that his eyes were gouged out as a punishment.
See? Take this as a warning. Take this as a warning. I will take them. I will take your eyes as a punishment.
When that lie was proven to be false. We can't be sure of what was said, but what if Shabriri slandered the nomadic merchants? What if, with a crooked smile, he accused them of the very crime he himself was guilty of, saying that they had fraternized with the Three Fingers and were not to be trusted? This would explain why the nomadic merchants came to be so hated. It is said, after all, that the sickness of the flame of frenzy began with Shabriri.
Wait, why do we kind of got He also got a red eye and like a light eye like I do. Why he kind of got my eyes though? Am I gonna be the next Shabriri? Am I gonna summon the 3 fingers?
Of the flame of frenzy began with Shabriri. And after his eyes were gouged out, the blight of the flame of frenzy came to dwell in his empty sockets. Yellow eyes became known as Shabriri grapes.
Yum yum.
And frenzy started to infect the despairing world. A madness that belongs to those who have lost everything.
Ah, by the way, well, even we had a place to call home once. The Great Caravan, they called it. But it's been lost to us for ages. I've been searching for it as long as I can remember. Just
watch a car commercial. Is it Dodge Grand Caravan? You could probably go find another caravan. Don't worry. Dodge Grand Caravan. Yeah, I'm sure you can find a minivan, bro. Don't worry. They're all over the market right now.
And with a name like that, you'd hope they kept some fine goods there, eh? I've always preferred my own company to that of other people's. And I don't have any burning questions I wish to ask my ancestors. But there's something I need to know. My roots. I want to know who I am, where I came from, where I'm headed. I hope you can join me at the Great Caravan, in fact. Who knows what wonders there might be to trade?
Ooh.
If Shabriri did indeed slander the merchants, then he knew exactly what their despair might bring.
Oh my god, the editing is so good.
Is that you over there? I've gleaned something very important indeed, thanks to you. The reason why it was eyes I had to eat, the distant light, is far and frail. So faint it can't be seen by the naked eye. But with everyone's eyes together, it appears. Finally, it all makes sense.
Praise the Eye of Sauron! She's literally doing the praise the sun. Praise the Eye of Sauron! Praise the madness! Praise the frenzied flame. Oh my god. Praise the Eye of Sauron. He sees all.
I'm certain now. I will be a finger maiden.
Finger maiden? God, at least take me out on a date first.
Could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? They're special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped by the burnt fingers.
We only know of one other who was clasped in such a manner.
It's the guy! Vyke! This is actually who's on the cover of Elden Ring, guys. Oh my god, I love this. When I found out that this is who was on the cover, I was like, oh my god. The Frenzied Flame is so important to the Elden Ring lore that the only person who is clasped by the fingers is on the cover of Elden Ring. Ah!
His name was Vyke, the Dragon Spear. After the war with the ancient dragons, there came the rise of the dragon cultists, who earned the dragon's affection. One of the most beloved was Vyke the Dragon Spear, a tarnished descendant from Godfrey, who eventually returned from across the sea to join the Round Table Hold in hopes of becoming Elden Lord. To this end, Vyke was assigned a Finger Maiden and acquired the power of 2 great runes. But when he stood before the thorns of the Erd Tree, he realized the truth, that a maiden's true purpose is to burn the thorns for the one who would become Elden Lord. And whether it was born of love or duty, Vyke refused to burn his maiden, for the whisperings of Shabriri had told him of another flame.
Oh my god, the music goes so hard. He didn't want to kill his maiden, so he was looking for another alternative. Ah.
A flame of frenzy hidden deep below the capital that could burn the thorns away. But when Vyke returned, his maiden was dead.
Oh.
Did she commit suicide after betraying her purpose? Or was Vyke captured and punished for his treason? Whatever the case, now Vyke's vengeful spirit defends the dead maiden at the Church of Inhibition, while the real Vyke kneels imprisoned in an Everjail deep within the Forbidden Lands, clad in armor clasped by 3 burnt fingers. This is all that remains of the contender that was supposed to become Elden Lord.
Damn. 07 for Vyke. He had a good heart. Fight! 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 Oh, this music is hard. Track at the same time. Get him! Oh. The madness! Harry? Or did he get hit? Ice and fire! Holy! This editing is fire! This is the sickest Elden Ring battle reenactment I've seen. Oh, fireball! Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Get him! Oh my god! That was so sick! Poor Vyke though. Man! That was so sick!
Finally, we meet the Tarnished, who would be Lord. Oh my. Why the long face?
Yura
I
again.
fear that you were previously acquainted with this vessel. Well, that is most unfortunate, for he is dead. As
Yeah. So I never realized my first playthrough as well, because I never finished Yura's quest my first playthrough. I was just like, oh, I recognize this guy because I saw him once in Limgrave with the invasion with the first sort of invasion that you get with the Reduvia dagger. I saw him there, but I didn't do the rest of his quest. So when I saw him at the mountaintops, and it was like, oh, he's dead, and I was like, huh? But he's here. And I didn't fully understand the Flame of Frenzy lore, because I also hadn't discovered the 3 fingers until after Fire Giant, until the Ashen Capital. So I was a little bit out of the loop with the whole timeline and the lore and stuff until I looked into it a little bit later. So now seeing him here is like, oh my gosh, it makes so much more sense.
for his flesh, he gave it to me.
He gave it to you? I feel like you just took it. I feel like you just took it, Shabriri.
I hope you can make your peace with that. You were about to sacrifice something precious. The life of a fair maiden.
Yeah.
That you would toss into the fiery forge. Only so that you may be Lord.
I mean, to be fair, she does want to be burned. If we say we don't want to burn her, she's like, actually, you have to burn me, because if you don't burn me, I will kill you. So, I mean, Shabriri, I don't feel like I have much of a choice here, buddy.
What a horrible thing to ponder. Your ascendancy requires her sacrifice.
And this is why Vyke didn't want to do it, because he was like, oh, I can keep my maiden alive? And then it ended up not working out anyways. Just like for us, it doesn't really work out, because even though Melina's alive, she wants to murder us.
Whether she wishes it or not. But how would the Lord, crowned so, be looked upon? Chosen tarnished, and would-be Lord, dare to tread the path of true rigor. Spare the poor girl, and singe your own flesh in her stead.
You know what? Maybe Shabriri isn't a bad guy. Because, Vare? That's his name, right? Vare? The white mask guy that you see when you go into Limgrave. He calls you maidenless. He's like, you're maidenless, tarnished, and no bitches. And then we end up going and getting a maiden. And then Shabriri's like, whoa, man. You don't want to be maidenless, tarnished, no bitches. You can actually keep your maiden, actually. Maybe Shabriri's not a good, maybe Shabriri's not a bad guy. He just wants to make sure that we, we keep him around. We keep our maidens, maybe he's not that bad.
If you are prepared to show resolve and attain lordship through righteous hardship, then heed the words of I, Shabriri. Chosen, tarnished, and would-be lord, descend into the depths far below the Erdtree capital. Seek audience with the three fingers and the flame of frenzy. If you inherit the flame of frenzy, your flesh will serve as kindling. Burn the Erdtree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May
chaos take the world!
Shabriri.
You stabbed him!
Chaos incarnate. I cannot die.
He's just gonna go inhabit the next body, I bet.
May chaos take the world.
Oh, that's so cool, man. That is so cool. He's obviously not a good guy. But man, the Frenzied stuff and the Shabriri stuff, I think is genuinely the coolest, story arc, the coolest quest line, the coolest ending in this. Because it's there, with the merchants it's there, with the Shabriri grapes it's there, with Castle Morne it's there, with, Melina, it's kind of there, but you have to look for it because it's hidden. It's the hidden part of it. And you're not gonna pick up on the Frenzied Flame ending unless you actually pay attention to everything and you look for everything. Especially because the Three Fingers is so deep underneath the capital. You have to spend a long time. I remember spending hours and hours and hours exploring the capital sewers, and then I ended up stumbling across it, didn't realize I locked myself into an ending, and wow. And that's not even that's afterwards, after I had burned Melina and stuff, but there's all the different dialogue options if you discover it beforehand. It's so much to it. Oh my god, I love it so much. This guy is so cool. Even though he's evil, but I love it. I love the evil people.
If you intend to claim the Frenzied Flame,
oh, this is where she hates us.
That you cease. It is not to be meddled with. It is chaos.
I like chaos.
Life and thought unending. However ruined this world has become, however mired in torment and despair, life endures.
Little pot friends.
Births continue. There is beauty in that. Is there not? If you would become Lord, do not deny this notion.
See, this is also a secret door that you could kill Sewer Moog and not realize that this is the secret door. Oh my gosh.
Please, leave the frenzied flame alone.
Nuh-uh!
And
I like it. It's
maybe
too
you
cool.
would have left it alone.
Oh my
were it
god.
not for the horrors that you found down there.
The music makes me sob. Oh, it's so good. When you come in here and hear the music of the one guy.
Did you see
Oh,
what they did to my ancestors?
oh my heart.
The whole clan buried alive. Sick. Maddened.
Oh god.
Husks of themselves. Have you heard their moans? They're hardly human anymore.
Oh, my heart.
They think we worship the three fingers, that we called the maddening sickness down upon them. Well, if that's what they expect from us, then that's what they shall get from us!
It's pulling at my
The
heartstrings,
world
man.
of Grace and his people should have been content to see us sink between the cracks, but to have intruded upon our solace, having broken us upon their whims? I'll never forgive any of you.
Aww. Aww.
We won't be
Kale!
training any longer.
Oh, this is so poetic and beautiful,
Wait.
but so sad.
What's that? That burn. Your eyes. You've inherited the flame of frenzy. Unknown warrior.
The orchestral. They turned it orchestral.
Divest yourself of everything.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I need this. I need this soundtrack in my life.
Our three fingers. Throw wide the door.
Oh my god.
Ah, that's it.
This is so sad yet so beautiful. Oh my god.
The yellow flame of chaos.
This is what we saw in our playthrough last time. We inherited it.
Please. A frenzied flame to melt away the curses, suffering, and despair. And the order entire.
Elden Ring Ares now has burn marks all over her.
Melt away the curses, suffering, despair. And the order entire.
We just get a
May
little
chaos
hug.
take the world.
May chaos take the world! And a warm
May
hug.
chaos take the world.
Oh my god, he says it too. Wait!
May chaos
Does
take the
Shabriri...
world.
Oh my god, I almost dropped my fucking smoothie. Does Shabriri take over Kale's body? If he says, may chaos take the world? Or is that just him taking the line? Hmm.
May chaos take the world. May chaos take the world.
Oh my god. It's so beautiful. It's so sad. And so beautiful at the same time. But also evil. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, there's our maiden.
it burns. My eyes. My eyes. They're melting.
Sorry, lady. I'm sorry. But you wanted it.
I have touched them. The words of the three fingers. As your maiden, allow me to divine them. All that there is came from the one great. Then came fractures, and births, and souls.
So all the good things happened.
For the greater will made a mistake.
But there were leftover things.
Despair, affliction, every sin, every curse, every one born of the mistake. And so, what was borrowed must be returned, melted all away with the yellow chaos flame, until all is one again.
So essentially, there was the one great, which made, the good things, but then there had to be balance, so then there were the bad things that happened. So the 2 fingers and then the 3 fingers, and the 3 fingers want us to melt everything, destroy everything, so it's back into the one great, so that the 2 things are whole again. But obviously, that involves murdering and killing everything and ending existence as we know it.
Those who gave me grapes howled without words, saying they wished they were never born. Become their lord. Take their torment, despair, their affliction, every sin, every curse, and melt it all away. As the Lord of Chaos, no more fractures. No more birth.
Hyetta walked up to the lemonade stand, and she said to the Tarnished running the stand, "Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?" And then she burned away.
And so it is that an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind.
Damn.
You have inherited the frenzied flame. A pity. Our accord ends here.
Melina's mad at us. Oh, but we've become the Eye of Sauron. Wait, do we have teeth in our head? Looks like we got teeth. Oh no, it's just an iris, I think. Oh, it's burning it! Burn it to the ground! This is actually me in the summertime when my PC's overheating. May chaos take the world! Oh, flashbang! Oh, that's the worst part! Oh! You know what I realized? Oh my god. Since we've reacted to the Shadow of the Erdtree trailer, this tree looks awfully similar to the Shadow of the Erdtree tree. Like, obviously this one is lit up by Frenzied Flame, the other one isn't necessarily, but it does have like gold stuff dripping from it, which could arguably be like lava from it, but the tree itself, because it's all like broken in half, that looks very similar to the Shadow of the Erdtree tree. I don't know if they're for sure connected, but it looks similar. It looks a little bit similar, and because Melina is technically left alive in this ending, if you end up getting the Frenzied Flame beforehand and sparing her, it also looks like Melina in the initial Elden Ring DLC trailer. It looks like it's Melina's feet and like the bottom of her dress that she's looking in Mohg's arena at the very start. Not confirmed if it's her or not, I don't think, as far as I know. But perhaps they're connected? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That is still up for debate, probably. But it is interesting that it has a little bit of similarity. God, and you could see the fingerprints on the buildings, too. Oh, it's so cool. It is so cool. May chaos take the world. The whistling of torrent. She's got scars in her hand. I wonder where that's from, actually. Like, if there's significance to it at all. Torrent's whistle.
Lord of Frenzied Flame.
Her hair's all messed up in this.
I will seek you as far as you may travel.
She gonna hunt us down. She's angry. And then she finally opens her eye.
What is yours?
See, this is why there's the glow-eyed queen theory with Melina. Because she opens her eye, and it looks so much like the color of, like, gloam that is associated with the godskins. And then she's got the scars that I'm sure probably have some significance, possibly. But she vows to go after us. She looks so badass and so cool. That's why I wonder if hypothetically, if the Frenzied Flame ending is sort of what is canon going into the DLC. I don't think we know what's canon going into DLC yet, especially with so many endings being a possibility in Elden Ring. But I actually kind of hope that if it does play off of the Frenzied Flame more, like, if it continues Frenzied Flame a little bit, I kind of hope that Melina makes a reappearance. I'm not sure. They could leave it at that. But because she said she's gonna hunt us, like, obviously, they could have just left it at that and her saying, oh, I'm upset with you. Don't do the Frenzied Flame or I will kill you. They could have left it at that. But because they made the point to make a secondary cutscene where if you leave her alive, she vows to hunt you down, I hope she actually does hunt you down. I hope that in the DLC, they do have something where you either revisit with her or maybe it's a DS2 pursuer type situation. I don't know. But it'd be really cool if they actually keep that going because I think it does have potential. And the fact that they have her open her eye and it's this purple, ain't no way they just leave it at that. They might, but I hope they don't. I hope they answer more questions because it's so cool.
Destined death.
She's gonna give us destined death.
Thank you for watching. If you want to get early access to more videos like this, then you can consider signing up to my Patreon. The money from there helped me to invest really heavily into this episode. For example, the music that you heard during the Kale scene was completely custom made just for this video. It was commissioned from the hugely talented Alex Rowe. I wanted to take
I'm gonna go
merchant
find that
violin
song
that you hear in game and then evolve it into its own soundtrack.
That is
And
so cool.
Alex did this great job at creating a song that really elevated the mood of this Prepare to Cry episode.
Oh my god.
And of course, this episode wouldn't be half as good also without the efforts of Miss Pap1, who came up with the visuals and the editing ideas for this episode. And
amazing.
They just inspired so much of the story here, so be sure to give them props in the comments as well. Special thanks also to Sekiro Dubi for showing off Kale's cut questline, which served as inspiration for this episode as well.
Yeah, because Kale had an entire quest that they cut out of the game. I have no idea why. Because that would be so cool. Maybe they thought that if they had gave Kale a whole questline with this, that maybe it would make the ending less of a secret and more obvious, and maybe they wanted it to be more, like, mysterious, I guess, but... yeah, if the lines are literally Kale's from the cut quest, man, they were so good. Those lines were so sick. Oh, I'm kind of sad that they cut that out. I feel like that would have been really cool.
And thanks in general to all of the modders and the hack.
It is still really cool that we get to see it, at least. At least we still get to see it and experience it and, like, have the lines through something like this. At least they're not just lost to the void. But, man, it would be so cool in the game.
Who give us the tools that we need to properly tell the stories of Elden Ring. And again, thank you for watching. I'll try to do a shorter Prepare to Cry episode next time, I think.
But yeah, if you guys like that, I'm currently doing a playthrough of Elden Ring on my Twitch channel. If you guys want to see me play through that, I'm preparing my character for the DLC. We're coming up with a cool little build, doing a lot of the cool quest lines and stuff, and just overall hyping up for the DLC, getting ready so that we can hop right into it on June 21st. I plan on playing it for all of the release weekend, doing a bit of a marathon, because I kid you not, I will probably be eating and thinking about Elden Ring. I'll be sleeping about thinking about Elden Ring. I'll be eat, sleep, Elden Ring, repeat. It's all gonna be Elden Ring. I want to be nerding out so much. I'm so unbelievably excited. So if you guys want to see my playthrough of Elden Ring, currently, please be sure to check out Twitch. If you want to see me play through Elden Ring DLC, go check out my Twitch as well, because I will be playing it on release and just playing through it until we complete it, and then possibly some challenge runs and stuff later on. But I'm so excited. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!